Hello, and welcome to Spaceships and Starworms, the stream. My name is Ben Quiggins, they, them, your GM, and these are half of my players. As you may have noticed from the last couple times, we have split the party currently and are doing half up front, half after intermission. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves, my lovely co-host players.
I was looking for your off ramp
What's the
there. Where it was
word?
like you kept dragging out the last couple of syllables, and I'm like, I don't know when I'm supposed to start talking. Hi, I'm Getty Carrie Avery, she, her pronouns. I also go by Ragnarok Rose online, and I am playing the proxy paladin Twig tonight, who also goes by she, her pronouns.
Awesome. And I'm Audrey. I play Ever, the Ethanite survivalist. She, her for me, she, her forever. And we are really excited to get into it again. Oh, it's Ophelia.
Sure she is. She's guest starring today.
Ophelia. Oh,
She's gonna be the presence
baby.
above us at all times
Oh,
in the
man.
distance.
Oh, I love
Oh, that's a
her.
big grin. That's a big grin. She's feeling feisty. I woke her up from a nap.
Oh. Anyway, not a whole lot of shout outs this time, but we do want to call attention to our lovely character art, which is by the wonderful Emily. However, her social media handle has changed. It's now entropy_m, and you can find her on Twitter and Tumblr at entropy_m. Definitely check her stuff out. She does fantastic work. We love it. She's done a lot of stuff for the Starwyrms books, and of course the art of our beautiful characters for the stream. So yeah, that's it. So Ben, I will let you tell everyone what we did last time and get us into it,
Oh boy. All right.
Do you
So
need me to just read my notes again?
what?
Last time.
No, I got you. I got you. Let me pull up my notes. All right.
Ben keeping notes. Sounds fake.
Does it sound fake?
No, not really.
Think I just not? I feel like I do a decent amount.
You keep a ton of notes like between sessions for like prepping stuff.
Call out.
I don't know how many notes they take during session.
Very little.
Yeah, I was gonna say empirical evidence says not much.
All right. So last time you guys headed out from your, I guess, squad that you've adopted.
Squad.
At the Capitol building. And you headed to the local history museum, where you skirted around the building trying to find a way in, and eventually broke in through like a skylight, basically, in classic museum fashion. And once inside, you ran into some of the people who have been holed up in there, fighting against these lizard mantis centipede monsters. And you ran into Ever's boss. Munir has been essentially in charge of the people in the museum, which includes about 100 civilians and some security guards folk.
What was his previous title? Preservation of
he was
endangered cultures. Like,
he was the director of the Lewis Avon specialty, basically, department.
He was basically. He was the director for the wing that focused on the Lewis Avon Empire and the history of the station, as well as some of the aeronautics, and because the previous
unactivated bombs that just had the firing pin removed for some reason. Director of that too.
I mean, what can you say?
Getty knows what the viewers come here for. They want to hear Twig get upset about explosives.
Look. Just because Munir has been in war and understands how to reactivate old explosive devices.
And
it's not like there's a massive pile of nuclear devices under the station at all times in the agriculture wing anyway. So
we didn't tell anybody about that.
Everything's fine.
That's true. And that part of the wing did get eaten. So I guess those are still with us.
Great. Fantastic. I guess if we need a quick exit from this plane.
I feel like we'd be violating a lot of endangered species laws by nuclear exploding
us.
Starwyrm.
It'd be us.
There's a lot of legislation around Starwyrms.
There is, but like in our mythos, the Starwyrms how close is nuclear radiation to dark matter radiation, right?
Gosh, I don't know.
It's just like a Sunday snack.
How close is it, you two who have written all of the details?
So they kind of go hand in hand. So I feel like if they exploded in here, Rezavan would just be like,
she'd just swallow it?
It'd be like taking steroids.
Yeah, probably. It'd be a pretty extreme amount.
Yum, soup.
Slurp, slurp.
I hate that. Stop. No.
We're not slurping on podcast. This isn't a podcast.
This is getting out of hand. I know I started
right.
it, but like,
Anyways,
honestly, y'all, you should know better.
You
than
helped
to
out
encourage
Munir
me.
by sealing off some entry points from the underground areas that was allowing the weird critters to crawl up into the museum, thus making the museum a more secure location. Once the museum had been secured, you got a message from Lookout back at the Capitol Post saying that there was a group of people in trouble. That straw, man, it made quite the
that
noise.
straw is the screams as they're being fired upon. Thanks for the sound effects, Getty.
So back in the residential district, it seems that a group of people are currently under attack and defending a building. And inside that building is Mahogany Jones.
Oh yeah, I didn't write
And
that in my notes.
Yeah,
Probably
that was the
a government
the
official.
last thing you heard. A government official, Mahogany Jones.
Mahogany Jones.
Right.
Well,
so that's where you guys are at. So what are you doing
Twig
here?
looks at Ever and is like, double time?
Yeah, let's get a move on.
Let's go.
Munir, if you can hold it down here as the other group starts,
we gotta go save Twig's girlfriend.
Bring it. Okay, all right. Thank you.
Twig, sorry,
Twig's
Ever's
girlfriend.
I wouldn't say that out loud like
no,
that.
Twig is just like your girlfriend. My
girlfriend. Roll that one back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, look, Munir, just hold down the fort here, and be aware that the other group will probably start ferrying over groups of civilians, and we'll be back as soon as we possibly can with, Mahogany. And
I'll disable the guns on the front then, unless you tell them to come back around to the side with the ship.
Well, I see. So
we're exiting that way, right? We're going.
Yes. We're gonna exit that way. Just disable the guns for now. I would say probably because I will send that message as soon as I can, but that's gonna be not right now.
I'll put somebody on them to see what's going on with it.
Yeah, like manual controls maybe.
All right, we gotta go.
And yeah, we start jogging.
Okay, so you guys will leave the museum. So are you gonna jog through the ruins of the university to get to the residential district, or are you gonna go around them?
If it's faster.
I don't know. There could be shit in there. I don't know.
I mean, there's definitely shit in there. It's like Inceptioned on itself, but I mean, I assume it's faster to go through the ruins.
It is, assuming you don't run into any trouble.
We'll try to do it stealthily. I cast Pass Without Trace.
Yeah. We'll make a stealth check as we're moving through the kind of the middle.
Alrighty. So go ahead and roll a stealth check at disadvantage because you are hurrying.
We're hustling, but the Pass Without Trace is what, +10?
+10, yeah.
Oh, good. I rolled an 18 and a 16, so I got a 26.
Mine is a 20.
Okay. So with the added help of the Pass Without Trace, making your movements rather quiet and your passage unseen behind you, the two of you make your way through the university. As Audrey mentioned before, it's kind of inceptioned on itself. So yeah, there had been a folding. So some of the buildings were upside down, crashed into it, and some of the buildings are holding up the other portion. And so you are kind of picking your way through buildings with these new alleyways, if you will, that have been formed. As you make your way through, though you are not noticed, you would notice that there appears to be a let's see here. So there appears to be a group of similar creatures that you've seen kind of like roaming the streets, they look like they're kind of like gathering a bunch of junk into one of the corners, so maybe making a nest of some kind. These are more of the like lizard-like creatures rather than the mantis-like creatures that you guys fought in the museum. But so you see that you're unseen. A little bit later, making your way through, you also see signs of lights being on in one of the buildings. It's very difficult to see from outside the campus. You really are only seeing it because you're picking your way through these mismatched buildings of up and down, right? But one of the buildings that's right side up has lights on still, and you see movement from one of the upper floors.
Okay.
I'm gonna open short range comms and see if there's anybody pinging.
Nothing comes on short range comm other than the normal radio channels that are currently active from
What's
the
Riff
main floor.
telling us right now?
Would you want to roll stealth with disadvantage again? No, I'm just kidding. So from
Can
you
I,
turn
like,
on, it's just the music playing.
I'm just like building out a map in my head as we're going, pretty much.
Mhm.
So I just mark that. We're
Yep.
gonna come back later.
I was gonna say the nest spot and the lights. Yeah.
And Riff's just playing some music right now, so you'd have to wait till a commercial break. But
is Riff playing music, or is Riff like live scatting?
Riffing.
He's playing music.
Okay, all right. I'm just checking.
We've run out of records, so I'm just going to sit here and beatbox.
Every other record is scratched, so either you can listen to.
I burned the rest for fuel. It didn't work.
The smell was awful. Putting words in Riff's mouth. Sorry, Aaron.
You get in here and Riff's just like, well, as it so happens, the only intact tapes I could find were actually done by our very own Arrow. I didn't realize he was an amateur musician, but here we go.
No.
Yes.
Time for the Arrow hour.
Look, when you have the boys on, you have to just be like, okay, Aaron, give us a sampling of Arrow's
we'll record it and
freestyle.
we'll play it in the background on a loop the whole stream.
We'll just play it on intermission from now on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know if Arrow plays or sings.
He's a bard.
Apparently.
Yeah, but you don't have to be a singer to be a bard. He's
I know
a DJ.
in our setting we don't make that you have to be a musician. However, it's Aaron. So.
Oh my god.
A musician in real life.
Yeah.
Thus,
yeah.
It always translates over.
It's true. All right.
Okay. So you guys will eventually make it out the other side and into the residential district. Here, less of the upside down buildings as you reach the edge of where things had folded over. And so the buildings nearest the university are basically all just ruins. But as you move further away from the university area, the buildings are a little bit more intact. And you can tell that people probably gravitated towards the ones that were most intact in like groups. You see some of your people, some of the government security agents about, and they'll greet you as you run past. You're welcome to call them to follow along or let them keep doing whatever they're doing.
Do we look like do we see civilians here too?
There are civilians, yes.
I'm just giving them an order. Get anybody you can get to the back right quarter of the museum. Avoid the university grounds. Shelter there. Pass it along. Pass it along.
Okay. You send out that message, and eventually. So as you reach the south side of the residential district, you see a familiar building, one that you've been in before. Some of you more than others. It is it is the building that has the Blue Note attached, the jazz bar that Mahogany owns, as well as her personal apartments and stuff. That building, it's mostly intact. Some of the upper floors got shaved off, so her penthouse is gone. But you knew that she wasn't in it whenever the stuff happened, so there is that at least. But what you do find is the sound of gunfire, of plasma fire from the upper floor, and a pile of those lizard-like creatures scrabbling to get into the building.
Ugh.
From your perspective, as you kind of come up from one side, you see on this side of the building at least 5 of those creatures that are still alive. A bunch more that are dead. Sounds like there's maybe more of them on the other side. And to kind of put it in perspective, so there's this stairwell that goes up to the second floor where the doorway is into the jazz bar, and the door into the jazz bar is basically just like a blockaded area at this point. The door itself is gone, but you see a bunch of furniture there, and that's what the lizards are trying to like bust through. Most of the gunfire is coming out of the nearby windows of people like leaning out, but lizards are also crawling up the walls to those windows. So think of these like giant Komodo geckos.
Okay.
Coming for people.
Cool. So we're like how far away from the edge of the building where the lizards are coming?
Yeah, you're coming up behind the group of 5 lizards,
Okay.
2 of which are on walls, 2 of which are on the stairs, 1 of which is on the ground.
All right.
And you can be however far away you want. They haven't noticed you as you're coming up, so.
I hold up a hand to Ever, and then I take a knee and I scope in with my rifle, and I'm checking the people in the windows to see who they are.
Ever looks like he wants to
Yeah,
say
no, I'm
something.
waiting to see
Okay.
what you respond to this, because I know what
Okay.
Ever's doing and it doesn't matter because she's not the kind of person who's going to wait right now, but I want you to give Getty the information that she's getting.
All right, Getty, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Perception is going to be a 16.
Okay. So you recognize a couple of them as people who were working at the Capitol building that you sent out to the residential district.
Okay.
1 or 2 of them. You do see a couple others you don't recognize, though their tattered uniforms suggest that maybe they were employees of the jazz bar, which, like I said, you've been there at least once.
Yeah.
I don't know how good your memory is. You don't see anybody else.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. And then what's Ever doing?
Okay, so Twig gestures to Ever, and that's totally fine. Ben, here's a really quick question. So in the real world, real world, outside of a starwyrm, if I saw a lizard, would I assume that lizard has a sense of smell?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull my spell trigger grenade. Pull the pin, throw it. It is Stinking Cloud.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So what's the radius on that bad boy? Read it to me.
Ben, I don't have it in front of me.
Spell trigger grenade.
How are you gonna throw a spell? How are you gonna throw a spell? I'm not.
A spell is cast centered on where the grenade detonated. The radius is going to be Stinking Cloud.
90 feet range, 20-foot radius sphere centered on the point.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 20 feet.
So ideally aiming for as many of them as I can get in that.
Go ahead and roll.
Is calculated as normal for grenades with the radius property.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your attack roll to see if you can get the grenade in such a place that you're not also going to hit the guys leaning out the window.
Yeah, okay. That sounds fine. I will do that. I got a 21.
That's pretty good. All right. So it blows up. We'll say that you can get 4 of the 5.
Hell yeah.
You'll have to pick either the left side or the right side of the stairs.
I'll pick the left
side.
side.
So like there's 2 on the walls, right?
Yeah, I'll pick the left side.
All right. What is your saving throw DC for your grenados?
The DC for spell is calculated as normal for grenades with a radius property.
So
so it's
15 is what it should be. Wait.
Okay.
16. It should be 16. Sorry, I can do math. I know how to do things.
Constitution saving throw.
That is correct.
Well, it's opaque smoke, so you don't know what's happening inside it. But maybe it did something.
Look, on if they failed on their turn, it has to spend an action retching. So I'm sure we'll hear that.
No, that's true. Have you ever heard a lizard retch?
No, but it would presumably sound different than what they're doing right now.
This is true. I was just asking from like a purely scientific perspective if you had
Well,
heard
if
of it.
Raz was on the channel.
Oh man, if
Raz
only
could
Raz
tell
was
us.
here.
Raz
If
has
only
experience
Raz.
with
Where is my
lizards.
Raz when I need
Raz
them?
has lots of experience with lizards. I'm trying to summon her.
My experience with lizards is mostly tracking them down outside my parents' house growing up and then picking them up high enough that they couldn't break their tail off to get away from me, and then them biting me and me dropping them and their tail breaking off anyway. So
Audrey!
It's a pretty good experience, I gotta say. It only happened twice.
Lizard hunter. You've got the expertise.
Look, the little tiny baby ones are like barely the size of my top pinky knuckle. It's very cool.
Bullying baby lizards? Is that what I'm hearing?
No,
Bullying
I didn't.
them?
I could never catch the baby ones, okay?
Okay.
I always caught the big ones.
Are we initiative?
Yeah, it's initiative.
All right.
So I just out of curiosity Googled lizard retching, and all I got was videos of lizards screaming. So I don't know.
That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing right now. Ooh, low on that one. 6 on my initiative.
6? Okay. What about you, Ever?
I need to roll in this 1 second here. I got a 23.
A 23, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
well, you're up.
Cool. So I can't see them in there?
Not the one on the left or the ones on the stairs or by the door.
Okay, and how far am I from the cloud that I've just created?
30 feet.
Okay. Shoot. Well, I'm gonna run into the cloud and hopefully run into the nearest one and attack with my short sword.
Fair. Okay. I'm sorry. Go back for me real quick here. I think I misheard. Did you say running into the cloud?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, all right. Just checking.
Yeah, that's what I said. That is correct.
Okay.
I'm checking one thing first before I commit to that.
Are
100%.
you immune to poison?
Hang on, I'm checking. That's what I'm checking right now. Yes, I am immune to poison.
Okay, so you're fine then.
Exactly. That's why I was doing it.
I can go up with you.
Your fire smoke is just gonna smell weird for a while.
Getty, that was the point of doing the sinking cloud one, is that we can both be in it.
I got a sword. I forgot.
Yeah.
Strategy.
So Ben, I'm gonna, I guess, attack wildly here.
Wildly.
Some wild attacking. All right. So when you run inside, you see the first one that you come across is probably not retching. Hard to tell. Yeah. It does look like it's gonna like projectile something out of its mouth, but it doesn't seem like it's retching.
Okay, well, I'm going to attack it. That's fine. So I'm attacking, let's see, that's a 24 to hit on the first attack, and 24. Only a 10 on the second one.
Okay. Well, 24 definitely hits.
Okay, cool.
10 less so.
Yeah, less fun, I'm sure. Okay, let me math my damage because there's so fucking many. Okay.
Why is there so many, Audrey?
Because it's the type of survivalist I am. This is my own fault. Okay. Let's see. So I rolled a big fat 1 on my d6. Plus 5 is 6. Plus 2 is 8. So 8 damage, and let's see. Because I dealt damage to it, I'm going to bonus action dash forward, and it can't AO me. That's my on the move.
Are you running up the stairs then?
Yeah, that's my on the move feature.
Okay. But I'm just asking if you're going up the steps, that's all.
Yes, that's my plan.
Okay. So you move further into the cloud. As you run up the steps, you see the 2 lizards on the stairs are both retching.
Hell yes.
So they appear to be in the process of retching. Okay. They're up. So I'm gonna go ahead and the non-retchers. So the one that you hit on your way up definitely it's gonna scurry up after you. And it's coming for you. It's gonna try and nip at your heels. That's not gonna hit though. All right, so that doesn't hit. The other two on the walls, one of them you can't see, so you don't know what's going on. But the one that you can see, Twig, from outside the cloud, continues its climb up to the window.
Okay.
And it like makes like a head forward motion, like a mama bird about to feed its child, and then vomits flame into the window.
No.
Ah!
And you see a dude like, ah!
Oh, great. Okay, great.
Yeah, he failed his saving throw, so he might actually be gone. We'll see how much damage this is.
Poor guy.
Which you did. I should have mentioned he was wearing a red shirt. I forgot.
Why would you do this, Ben?
Ass.
No, he's still alive. He takes
Okay,
8 points of fire damage though.
For now.
He looks pretty hurt. He kind of falls back, and somebody else kind of takes his place. But the guys in the windows are going to take their shots because everybody beat Twig in initiative.
Yep.
Oh
As it
no.
goes.
Oh
Ooh, and that
no.
20. The guy who got caught on fire just nattied.
Damn.
Revenge.
Go off. Go off. What's his name, Ben? I'm kidding. Don't answer that.
Why would you do this to me? It was the
Doing
it was
math right now.
It was the named character from episode 1.
Right.
He does a bunch of damage to it, so that's fair. And then his buddy does a little bit about of damage. Wow, these guys are rolling really well.
Yeah.
All 4 of them hit.
I'm so glad. I'm proud of them.
So the 2 on the walls look pretty hurt from these guys shooting at them. You are up, Twig.
It's time to pull the trigger. Twig is just walking forward across the open space.
Forgot to roll saving throws for the 2 that are retching.
On their turn.
Yeah. Each creature. Oh, never mind. They make the save at the beginning of their turns, so never mind.
They're retching now.
Yeah. They're now retching.
Can I tell how injured the one in the window is?
It looks pretty. It's hurt enough that it's bloodied.
Okay, great. So Twig is just walking forward across the one street, scope down on the back of that thing, and she's just shooting at the head. Gonna be rolling with advantage from my draw, and from the holster the hidden. Gonna be 22 to hit.
That hits.
And we're gonna smite at first level for those extra 2 pips.
Okay.
Come on, twice the damage dice. Does that count for the smite too, or is it just an extra D10? It doesn't count
Twice
for the
the damage dice.
No, I was late. The automatic attack.
Oh no, yeah, it doesn't account for this. It does not account for the smite.
9, 18, 26 damage to the back of this guy.
All right. So
which 9 is his radiant.
Yep. So you base. You mean you said you aim for the head? You blow its head off.
Okay.
And its body like shakes for a second, hooked into the wall, and then the entire body explodes in a fireball. The guy in the window needs to roll another dex save.
Why would you do this? Why would you do this?
No.
He fails the dex
These lizards
save.
explode.
No. You watch the guy in the window
get immolated,
like reel back, taking fire damage.
Pulls a Denethor
you don't
and falls out the window.
He falls back in towards the building. Fortunately, nobody let him fall out the building, even though that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, wow.
In a dark kind of way.
Horrifying.
Ever, you're up. You don't know that they explode.
Yeah, I don't know that at all. It's totally fine. So here's the thing that I'm going to do. I'm gonna draw my heavy pistol and shoot the one nearest to me. I know you said there's like 2 retching next
There's
to me.
2 of them retching near you, yeah.
I'll pick the one on the left.
Seeing whether or not it gives them a status. It does not.
No.
Okay, so you just shoot them.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it doesn't
roll your
matter if
attack.
I'm within 5 feet. That is actually ideal for me. So I'm going to shoot twice, and then I'm going to actually bonus action shoot a 3rd time with my regular pistol.
Okay.
So let's see. That's a nat 20, a nat 1, and a 24.
Well, 2 of those hit.
I bet
Can you guess which one?
I bet I can. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So the nat 20, thankfully, was with my heavy pistol.
Yep.
Let's see. Okay. So 10, 18, 22, 24, 29. And I'm not adding anything extra. No, 29.
29 damage?
Yeah, for the crit.
Okay, it's still up.
Great. And then I missed the second shot. I just, like it jams or something. And then with my bonus action shot, I don't have the D8 on that one. So it is 7 plus 5 is 12.
Okay. Well, it explodes.
Oh boy.
Don't look now, Ever. Don't look now. You're about to take fire damage.
I resist it, which is nice.
That's nice.
You're right. I forgot we didn't make them straight up immune. It's too good as a.
We can't.
as a
It's too
racer
common of a
feature,
damage
yeah.
type. Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
it's
that's
just not.
true.
It
So
wouldn't
roll a
work.
dex save. Roll a dex save.
Sure. Dexterity saving throw. Fuck you. That die was like leaning between 17 and 3. And would you like to know which one it landed on?
Which?
I assume the 3.
Yeah, that's an 8.
Great.
So with your resistance, you will take 5 points of damage.
Oh man, that's just so terrible. It's totally fine.
Just some concussive force there. All right.
Sure. And then, Ben, I will, because I took damage as a reaction, I'm going to move further up the stairs without taking AOs.
Sure, you do so.
Yep.
They couldn't AO you even if they wanted to.
Yeah, it's totally fine. Just letting you know.
Okay. So they were already at the top of the stairs. So you kind of reached the barricade where the door is.
All right. Yeah. So I'm up at the barricade and I say, "Hello, we're here to help."
Okay.
Yeah.
You say that.
That's it.
All right.
Man, I'm losing Ever's voice. I sounded like a fucking carnival barker there.
We're here to help.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna go watch that movie.
I haven't watched Birds of Prey again yet. Come over and watch it with me.
Priority is Birds of Prey now.
I know. I'll get off this call at intermission and I'll watch Birds of Prey, okay?
Drive over. What do you want?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Next up are the creators. So let's roll some con saves here. Okay. So Ever, the one that was retching, is now turning to look at you.
Oh boy.
For a nibble.
Is it gonna baby bird me?
It misses you.
All right.
How
do you know, Ben? How do you know my AC?
Well, I rolled a 10.
Okay, so that's you're fine then.
I'm assuming.
You assume correctly. It's fine. I'm just being a shithead.
Not everyone is Arrow.
Yeah, well.
Not everyone is Arrow.
We can't all be little infant babies.
Aaron's character this whole time.
We're doing it out of character because out of character we know that he's alive.
Yeah. Right now we're convinced.
That's true, yeah.
Ever would be like, it's too soon to shit talk Arrow because I don't know if he's dead or not.
You don't know.
Yeah,
he could be dead. All right. The other one's gonna run up the stairs and also take a nibble. It's the one that was chasing you. This one is a 19 hit.
Oh yeah, that will hit.
Okay. Well, part of their damage is fire damage, so we'll see how good this is.
Yay!
So 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
And after your resistance, 1 point of fire damage.
Woo! I regret, with deep regrets, I must inform you that I am visibly injured. For people who can see me.
Which
I was
is
still
nobody
hurt.
but the lizards.
I was still hurt from our fight in the museum, okay?
All right.
Remember, the turret beat the shit out of me.
I do remember this.
Oof, your buddies did not do a good job shooting this time. But on the other side of the barricade, you hear a familiar voice say, "Ever? Is that you?"
Reunion.
Yes, I have 2 beautiful lizard things out here with me, though, so maybe don't tear down anything just yet.
Oh, as you say. All right. Twig.
Can I see the ones on the steps?
They're in the smoke, so you'll have to go in and up the steps before you can see them.
Are there any other threats on the side of the smoke?
Nope.
How far up is the window?
The window is like just above where the smoke ends, so we're talking like 25, 30 feet up.
How hard would it be to climb and around?
It seems pretty climbable. The damage to the building has made it a lot easier.
I'm gonna attempt to climb.
Okay.
Coming up.
Roll athletics and then roll deception to pretend you're not a lizard. I'm
not
kidding.
The same size as
I'm kidding.
Okay. My athletics is going to be a 13.
What the hell?
13.
What'd you get? 13? Okay. It takes you a little bit of time. It'll take you the rest of your round to like climb up there with your action and your movement. But you do eventually reach like the lip of the window, which is like scorched and stuff. And you see what's up?
Need a hand.
Yeah, one of the guys will reach out and help you into the room. You find yourself in what appears to be like one of those like private drinking rooms that you guys had done that meeting in.
Yeah.
Except that it's kind of been turned into a little doomsday hold-up area, if you will. The door to like the connecting hallway is open. And you hear sounds from down that path, so probably to where the other window is, you would guess. Okay.
How about the guy that I just almost killed, or did kill?
He's alive.
Okay,
He's alive.
Cool.
It was only 10 points of damage. They're not that squishy.
All right. I wasn't sure how squishy our NPCs here were.
Yeah, I made them. They use the like CR 1/2 soldier stat block, so they're like level 2.
15 hit points instead of 5.
Yeah. They actually have 16 hit points. So
I'm gonna finish my movement and use my bonus action
he's not
on
dead.
that guy to heal him for 5 hit points and go like, sorry man, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that yet.
Yeah, it's all right. We actually lost a couple of guys trying to stab him to death before we barricaded the door.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm glad I didn't try my sword on that. I've got somebody else outside. If we can get the ones in the smoke cloud out.
Well, we can't see in there, but
just open fire.
We've got at least one grenade left. We could toss it onto the toss it out in front of the door. Twig's out here just like collateral damage.
I mean,
collateral
Ever
damage.
understands and agrees. So, okay. So Ben, I'm gonna holster my pistols and pull out my plasma staff. And first, I'm gonna bonus action cast targeting mark on the one closest, which is what, a D6 of damage extra,
and a +1 to hit.
And +1 to hit. That's correct. Okay, cool. So plasma staff here. So I got 2 attacks with this bad boy. So one is a 25 and one is an 11.
I don't know why I looked over there. I have the book on my lap. An 11 does not hit.
That's fine. The one attack will hit.
So there was one that you had hurt before, so I'm going to assume that's the
Yeah,
one.
that's the one I
attacking.
would be targeting.
They're both in melee with you. So
okay. So 8, 9. Let's see. 11, 16 damage.
okay. It is still up.
That is it.
Okay. It looks pretty hurt though. They're gonna go. They have to roll not to retch. Well, the two fighting you roll like champions, but the one on the wall is no longer able to climb up the wall.
This is gonna be great. We go to rescue Mahogany. She tears down the barricade after we've killed these things. Ever's dead. It's great.
Yeah, no big deal.
It's totally fine.
So you're missed. And an 8, you're also missed.
Nice.
Okay. Then the guy in the window with you, Getty, says, well, if you say so, and grabs into a little chest, pulls out the last shrapnel grenade, pulls out the pin, and then we'll say they're a Paranthe, makes the sign of the triad, and then says, here goes nothing, and attempts to toss it onto the catwalk at the top of the stairs. So I'm going to give him disadvantage
then
here.
Just so you know, the sign of the triad is 1, 2, 3 down the face.
It's all the face. That's
you
right.
You got it.
Yeah, taps. I knew it was like 3 in a row up to down, but
we just don't get into the body part of it. Just do it on the face.
Yeah, just do it on the face. Disadvantage. That's a 10.
Hey.
So it lands. Ever, go ahead and make a dex save.
Sure. I got a 18.
You know what that sound was. Clank.
Oh,
yeah,
I know.
You heard the grenade hit the landing that you're on, and you're like,
so many successive explosions are about to happen.
All right. So you take 4 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
One of the lizards blows up. So roll another dex save.
Sure, I will. I think I will. I got a 16.
You make it. So you take another 5 points you take 2 points of fire damage because you resist it and you made the save.
Great. Sweet. Loving that.
The other lizard is still alive.
Yep.
And the guy says, I think I got one of them.
I think you got one of them.
You hear some plasma fire from the other window. And he says, you want to go to the other room and see if you can help him take care of the climber?
She's already running.
Okay. Twig, you're up. So you run through the hall. You see a couple of civilians who are in uniform, probably workers for the bar, in like a general area that you run past. You see a stairwell going down, which leads to a hallway, which leads to the door that goes outside. And then you run into the other room where you see a couple more of your people mixed with some of the security from the bar. And you see the window, obviously.
Is Winslow there?
Is Winslow there? Is that the one? Is that the one that you guys met when you came in?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Winslow, make some room! And she just comes down with her gun next to him. I'm going to fire automatic on the climber if I can see it.
Oh no, Raz just showed up. Raz, what is a retching lizard sound
Raz, I'm so sorry.
Can lizards vomit, Raz?
Raz,
can the lizards vomit?
Please tell us right now.
We need to know. They do in this game, but...
Ever threw a stinking cloud on the lizards.
Does lizard biology allow them to puke, is what we're asking. It's a very important question. No, but...
They do in this game.
Ah, nice.
Regurgitate?
So they were regurgitating
That's what was happening. We'll say that.
They're like...
Perfect.
I hate the sound effect you just made. It's really good.
All right, I'm going to take an automatic attack. It's not going to go very well for me. It's only a 12.
That hits, actually.
Oh, well, that's something. All right.
It wasn't moving very much because it was
How-
retching. So
How much does this guy look like it's been hurt?
how much has it been hurt? This
Yeah.
one has taken some shots from your allies. But doesn't look quite bloodied.
Smiting at level 1. All right. That is going to be 10, 16, 17 damage. Oh, sorry. 17, 18, 19, 20 ballistic damage. 9 of it was radiant.
There's an explosion. Another lizard down.
Okay. Does that hit anybody in the window?
No, because it was climbing on the wall.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
It hadn't reached the window yet, like the other one did.
So we're down to the last bad boy here with me.
Yep, the one in melee with you. Ever, what you doing?
Well, I'll bonus action move my targeting mark first of all, and then
What, Mahagi's not going to bust out and kill it for her
no,
girlfriend?
and then I will. I mean, I still have my plasma staff in one hand because this thing's gonna be on for a minute now. But I'll draw my short sword and I will attack. Actually,
Okay.
I'll draw my heavy pistol again, I think, instead. So let me roll 2 attacks here. And maybe I can, for once, have both of them hit. I got 20 and a 23.
Those both hit.
Perfect. So we have minimum damage, basically.
Minimum damage.
Let's see. So the first attack is 8. And the second is, let's see, 9 plus... Wait, I forgot one on the last one. The first attack is 14, and the second one's 9 plus 5 is 14.
Okay, roll your dex save.
Great, I sure will. I got a 14.
Okay, that is enough to only take 2 points of fire damage.
Hell
as
yeah.
it explodes, leaving you alone on the steps. As your stinking cloud slowly dissipates.
Hell yeah. All right, I'm like listening, and I call down the stairwell. Twig, I think we're all clear.
Yeah,
There's no response.
Yeah, that seems right.
Somebody leans out the window and says, you hear somebody from up in the window say, we're all clear out there.
Yeah, clear on the stairs.
So you want to climb up here, miss?
Yeah, that's probably easier than the barricade, isn't it? So I will go
once
outside.
we take down the barricade, it's not going back up.
Yeah, I'll go climb in the window.
I help you through the window.
Sure.
Yep. So Winslow and Twig help you up through the window. And then come out from the hallway area where the citizens, the bystanders are. Mahogany kind of steps into view.
Twig is midway asking you if you had been hit by that grenade. When Mahogany enters.
Yeah,
okay, so
I'm just gonna
say something really quick, Eddie. Ask the question, but when you pull Ever in through the window, not only are there scorch marks all over her, but there are some like chips basically in her stone. So
I'm gonna lay on hands for 10.
Yeah.
Did you get hit by
those
that
things
grenade?
explode? Okay, so imagine this. Look, it's probably inhumane. It's probably totally inhumane, but imagine that you had those things as like part of an active military, which like, oh my gosh, that's like very inhumane, very unethical, I'm sure, but
incredibly inhumane as it happens.
Is that Mahogany?
Yes.
Hiya, babe.
Hey.
Good
to see you alive.
You too.
Mahogany looks like, I mean, she's seen better days, obviously, as have you all.
She looks rumpled, which is probably not something we've seen before.
She looks rumpled. Her hair is hastily up, and her suit jacket is no more.
Oh.
So she's just got the button up. But she says, I had a feeling that a little something like getting eaten wouldn't end you. Though when we didn't find you immediately, I was worried.
Did you find the others? Arrow and Scarrick?
No, I don't know how to say this, but part of the tower you all were in broke off and flew further down the throat during the impact.
Ugh,
Right. All
I
right.
can't raise them on comms either, so
Well, I don't think we'll be able to get a signal out that far until we figure out the whole, network situation. But
I'm gonna signal lookout, calling that we're secure here.
we've got
Okay.
the museum secure, and we're trying to get basically everybody funneled up in there. Uh,
The
for,
museum is intact then.
mostly so, yes.
Good, good. When everything happened, I pulled back into the residential district and tried to get as many people as I could to a safe location. But unfortunately, when the lizards started crawling out from the network building when we attempted to breach it, it kind of split our groups up back into their separate buildings.
Do you know where they went?
The lizards or the people?
The people.
The people are all over the place. They're here, other buildings. But I did notice your boys here. They were going around and collecting folks.
I give Wislow a fist bump.
Right.
Fist
Yeah.
bumps. Yeah.
That was the idea, right? To get everybody into a secure location, which is the museum at this point.
I'm glad to hear that it's secure.
There's about 150 people currently there. Not a ton of
Really?
armed folks, but they secured the lower levels against another one of these monster incursion things.
Yeah.
Sealed off the routes with the bomb. So
It's a big building with a lot of resources too. We were afraid that it was destroyed along with the university.
No, only one of the wings of the museum was really damaged significantly, besides like the lower floors. But for the most part, it should be fine. And if we can pick up any supplies we find while we're out here and always end up bringing them back there, it should be a fairly safe place for everybody to convene.
All right
somebody
then.
might be napping under the reception desk, but I think it'll fit everyone.
Yeah.
At least she looks out the window at the vast carnage. Everyone we could find.
Right.
We will do all that we can. And then once we get everybody over there into the museum, I suppose we should talk about next steps.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
Is there a first aid kit in here?
I'm all right, Twig. It'll
It's in
be
the bystander room.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna go check on it and the number of charges it has.
she kind of walks over to you and
Mhm.
says, did I hear something about a grenade? You're not blowing yourself up inside these things again, are you?
Okay. First of all, no. They explode without me doing a dang thing to be the one exploding. So that happened a couple times, no big deal. Someone else threw a grenade. I was very proud. Uh, it's fine. I'm fine. Munia gave me a couple of grenades, all right? Just in case. But no, I didn't get the only thing I've been swallowed by is the starwyrm.
Babe,
Mm,
you were hit by a grenade.
I was, yes. Yeah. Mhm.
That's- and she kind of grabs you by the shoulders, and she's not actually strong enough to manhandle you,
I
but
let
she
her, though.
acts like
You
she
know
does.
that.
Yeah. Just kind of looks you over. Looks like Twig already took care of some of the worst bits.
Eh,
I'm glad that she's around as well. I do hope your other friends made it.
me too.
And she'll go ahead and cast a spell on you.
Fantastic.
Cast a spell on you because
Look,
you're
She'll also
mine.
use magic on you, but
well, Look, my hot girlfriend is the one who got rid of my radiation poisoning, so.
True. You'll heal 11 more points.
Oh, that's nice.
Um,
That's enough to make me not look visibly injured.
And then she kind of and then she touches you again and casts another spell on you, but you don't know what it is.
What did that one do?
Just in case.
Just in case what?
Just in case you decide to blow yourself up again. You have a death ward on you right now.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Great. Love that.
The problem with telling Ever that is that it'll make her act more dangerously if she knows she has a death ward on.
This is true. That's why I told Audrey, but I did not tell Ever.
Okay.
Audrey has that as a note.
Great.
That lasts for 24 hours.
Ever does not.
Ever does not know.
I'm glad Mahogany knows as well as Twig does exactly what that information would do to Ever's brain. Okay. In the other room, Twig is currently helping do medic stuff. She's currently helping bandage people up with the med kit that was in the room. She's gonna patch herself up too with a medicine check if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead and they have supplies for all different species. So go ahead and roll for you two because you're the only two that really matter from a logistics standpoint, and you can just say that you helped everybody.
Okay, for myself, I rolled a 17 for Ever. I only rolled a 10.
I actually don't think we have pictures of this lizard monster. But I do have a description. I can read it aloud.
Is it the fire frill?
Yeah.
They're in Statues Past, but I don't think we got art of them.
We did not get art.
They're like a frilled lizard, Raz.
Yeah, so the fire frill is a frilled lizard with 2 circulatory systems, one for blood and one for an octane compound.
Basically, they're full of nitro.
Yep, they are full of nitro, and their body temperature is always about 500 degrees Celsius. So it hurts to be near them. If you're not an Ethanite, anyways.
Yeah. We can't all have molten lava for blood.
Yep. And they like dark and dank spaces as opposed to sunlight, because if they get too hot, they explode.
So the opposite of normal lizards.
Exactly.
Wait, what ability lets me heal with a first aid kit?
The skill?
It's built into the medicine skill.
I was gonna say the medicine skill?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So it's a D6 plus your intelligence modifier is what you're adding to the actual healing. And you need to get a 15, I believe, on your check.
I'm only able to heal myself. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Plus intelligence mod, so 8. Hit points for myself, and then she's going around and checking on the other people and helping heal them.
We can assume that you help pass some people up. So it says, well, I knew the Capitol building was a lost cause, but if the museum is ready to accept people, then we can try to make our way over there.
Yeah, I think that's probably for the best.
How far is the network building from here?
The network, like the nest where the network stuff is.
So the network nest, so the network nest is going to be a few blocks that way. So the way that she kind of directs you is, so if you imagine that this is the residential district, this is the destroyed university, this is the museum, the network is up here.
So it's like across from the university,
right?
Like at a diagonal. Okay.
Yeah, it's at a diagonal. Yeah. So university is like at the center, and then it's like network building, residential area, museum, government buildings are down here.
How many other people were with you? Did you see the buildings that they went to? Like, if I can get...
I've already directed your men to those buildings.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're collecting those people, or I assume they're collecting those people as we speak. Do they know where to go?
Yes.
We've updated our central commands. That we've updated our scout. His name is Lookout. We're gonna have to honestly talk about how we're gonna reinforce Lookout, because I don't think that Lookout's gonna leave that room.
I mean, it'll have to be an escort situation, I think, but Probably
Wait.
probably for now he's okay.
Is Lookout the Ix that
With the ocular
doesn't like to go
enhancements.
outside?
Yep.
Okay,
Tinkerer.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, as far as people that we do have some of the members of a number of residentials, maybe a couple hundred, all said.
Okay.
And then we have a few people from the Capitol building, but it took one of the brunts of the damage
Mhm.
and the pieces, so didn't have many survivors come out of there.
Right.
Very few actual officials, though though I do know that the governor is alive.
Do you know where?
Well, I suspect they are probably in Wing 3 or 4, the outer areas. Their shuttle was in transit to Wing 5 whenever the actual swallowing event happened. I don't think they made it out, but it is a sturdy ship. So, assuming that it just crashed and nothing extra special has happened, him and his direct staff should be alive and fine.
Right. Well, we're headed that far out after we secure this area, but Twig, should we go back with them to the museum and regroup first? Or do you think we should check out the museum or or the network equipment? Or not the
The
museum,
other
the
thing that I
university
should note
campus.
The other thing that I should note before we go back to the museum is we did have a number of people who opted to head into Wing 4 to look for family or homes.
That's understandable.
All
So,
right.
We'll have to be on the lookout for them when we head there, but for now,
I'm going back to the sweeps at some point anyway.
yeah, we'll be
I
down
can't
there.
not
But
right.
let's
go
get
back.
to the museum first.
Mahogany, right now we've been guiding the security forces since they essentially said you're in charge. And you're familiar with Munir back at the museum.
I am.
Currently, he's heading that up. So I don't know, like this
Hmm.
is kind of a situation that's outside of general protocol. I don't know what your position
We
in
are.
like leadership will be, but I'm expecting us to kind of all work together on
I
this.
think we're well past protocol at this point.
I mean,
And
absolutely fair. I just
if
want to make sure.
if I double check my position in the line of governorship, I'm pretty sure financial head of finances is pretty low on that list.
I mean, I think most of the list has been crossed off by this point, if you'll forgive some
Well,
dark
that's
humor.
true.
So who knows at this point?
Look, we can
You're just a commanding presence, and I want your help
continue
with
advising
people, is
field
what I'm
operations
saying.
for as long as we're in this part of the station, but we do know that we want to head to the other wings eventually. So at
Of
some
course,
point,
yes.
someone will have to take over whatever field operations still need to happen up here.
Yeah, we gotta get back to the sweeps. Right
Well, and
now,
once
though,
we get the networks up and running, then at the very least we can keep in contact wherever you guys are.
Right.
we need the network up. We need the network up so that anybody who's isolated right now can be told where shelter is and
Yes.
where help is.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
and I mean, barring
yeah.
that, we need to get someone to the radio station so Riff can be broadcasting it on the open frequencies.
I did notice that. That's
True.
the station your music friend works at, right? The crazy
Yes.
one with
Yeah.
the silly nighttime show.
Yes, Arrow.
You
Yes.
know, the more time passes, the less crazy I think he actually is.
You know, I suppose that's fair between the monster beneath the third wing and um the Veerux and everything else that's happened.
Yeah.
I I have to say, I was racking my brain from school. The last recorded time a starwyrm swallowed a ship or settlement was 900 years ago, and then before that, almost 1400 years ago. It's very rare.
Usually accidental too, right?
Yeah, I was gonna
Every
say.
time, always accidental. The first time it's recorded to have happened was the starworm was in the middle of its death throes.
We had a conversation with Rasavan. She's who we're inside right now. Rasavan talked to us when we went out with Professor Oswin from the university. we helped her with an issue she was having with a dark matter like release pest, and she was completely reasonable. She did not seem to be acting reasonable when she came into the system, which makes me think there's something else going on, and I cannot even imagine what it is. But from going from that less than a month ago or so, I don't actually remember how long ago it was, but it was not that long ago. So I don't know what's there. If this was a thing that affected starworms frequently, we would see more attacks. Something like this is something new that's happening. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it.
Absolutely.
I wish I knew where Oswin was.
If only.
Well, hopefully he, being on his ship off the station when we last heard from him, hopefully he's isn't here.
Hopefully he's contacting the GC and we can get some help in.
This is what we call dramatic irony.
I should mention that the GC and other galactic forces would have been contacted by the wings that did manage to escape with the escape protocols that you guys put into place. So hopefully there's some sort of help coming.
One can hope. I don't remember exactly all the legalese around starworms, but it could be a lengthy process, right? Depending on what they're allowed to do.
Well, let's head to the museum.
Yeah, we gotta get back to the museum. I'm still thinking about those lights that we saw in the university district, but it is a higher priority to get information out.
Twig, we could
one risky mission.
We could cut through the university grounds while everyone else goes around to the museum and meet up with them back at the museum just to check out the lights while we're headed through if you want.
How many arms are in this group?
How many armed people?
Yeah.
In this group there is 6.
And
to protect how many unarmed?
We have 100 here. Is that what you're saying, or is that the group that before they split up?
Say that again.
Did we have 100 here? You were
how
saying,
many unarmed people are they protecting?
How many
Ben?
Civilians?
Oh, in this building there's only 25 people.
Okay.
I mean, they're a big group.
Yeah.
Big
we can
target.
Check on our way back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are we just going to the museum real quick then?
Let's dip back there, get everybody
settled. Yeah, we'll help escort them, and then we can check the lights on the way to the network situation.
All right. So we're gonna hop back to the museum then. Once you're in the museum, we're gonna jump forward to a scene where Munir, the two of you, and Mahogany are in Munir's office with a vague map of the destroyed area on the desk.
We're jumping forward, you say. Ben, I need to know how much time has passed since we got swallowed at
we'll just say another hour. Have you been counting
of that
your hours?
Was only an hour?
Have you been counting your hours?
Ben, here's the thing. At the beginning of last session, you said it had been 3 hours. And then all of this stuff last session happened.
Slept yet. We still haven't taken even a short rest. We've just been
running.
We
took one short rest because I am down hit die. We took one last time.
You did, yeah, in the museum. So if it was 3 hours at the beginning of the last session, then it's definitely been another 3 hours.
By now? Okay.
Yeah.
Only 2 more hours.
2 more hours.
She's counting down the hours until she gets the bonuses.
Twig is currently sketching out the specific buildings that she's confirmed are destroyed or had stuff around them on the map as they're all talking.
Munir says, so the thinking then is we hit up we have to try and break the nest then.
I think it's the only logical thing. If we want to reach people further out and we want to coordinate better than just with the signal flares, we definitely need some sort of internal communications inside the starworm.
I don't think the radio will cut it because it's not we would have to get back to the radio station, and
everyone would have to think to check it too.
Yeah,
to check different network frequencies.
Right now. That's what their priority was.
Well, I mean, it's definitely going to be a dangerous job.
Yeah.
I think perhaps it may be worthwhile to. I think I have one person who works on the museum networks. They can probably go with you, just to have some expertise on networking. Unless the two of you are professionals at working with servers.
I
Not
am
myself. I mean,
not at all.
I have some computer knowledge, but that was mostly stuff that we learned up at receiving and air
Right.
control, space control.
So it may help if any repairs need to be done. I'm sure they will. I have no idea how much damage is up there. Do you want to take some armed forces as well, now that we've kind of pooled our groups?
We'll take volunteers. I mean,
Yes, volunteers only. If it
Well,
needs
yes,
force people to go in.
but how many are you looking here? Because I have spoken to the people who've come in, and I don't think there's a single person who wouldn't follow you into the, well, fiery death pit.
Twig's like,
that's
okay. That's weird to think about.
Well, you're a hero.
You inspire a lot of confidence, Twig.
It's
She
true.
looks at Ever.
What?
We even had a file for you guys on the in the government building.
Oh yeah, what does it say?
Well,
Trouble?
it said a lot of things that perhaps you don't want to know, but one of them, at the very least, was that you had raised the level of morale in the sweeps that were uncomfortable to certain individuals in the first wing.
Twig's just laughing.
Whereabouts would this file exist, would you say?
Oh.
Well, you remember that part of the tower that was launched on the throat?
Dang, I was hoping to do some light bedtime reading.
Oh man, I just would love to know who I made who we made uncomfortable. Well, it's irrelevant now, but
and then let's see. Munir says, one more thing before you guys get your crew together and head out that way. Unless you'd like to rest first.
I
don't
think
know.
that
Could be worthwhile.
if we sit down now, we're gonna be down and out for 8 hours. So
yeah.
we'll either go now and
Well,
could
Getty,
use
we
the
have one
rest,
more
but
short rest we can take.
You do have another
we
short
can-
rest.
We
Yeah.
can at least take a break.
So we'll say you're taking that short rest now.
Okay.
Perfect, because I need to recover some hit time.
But you can do that between sessions because we're almost intermission. And
Okay, cool.
There's
So it's
more
gonna
RP
be
to do.
short rest during the
Audrey, no. But Munir says, before you head out, there is one thing. I know it's not ideal, and there are priorities, but he kind of twists his mouth into a frown.
Yes.
And he stands up and he goes to like the back wall of his office, and he opens up one of the paintings there for like a little safe in the back, and he opens it up, slides open, and inside you see a few different objects. They look like they're Louis Avon in origin, but the one that he pulls out is familiar to you guys. It's a sword. It is the sword that Mori had acquired for him that you guys rescued from the drug den in like session 2.
That's the cutter?
My dream sword. I knew I would see you again.
This is where it went.
You've been dreaming of it.
Looks like this is where it went.
Well, yeah, of course this is where it went.
What is it?
I was Maury's customer. Turns around and he examines it for a moment and sighs. He says, I think given the situation, if you can promise to get it back to me once you've saved the day, it may be better off being used. It is a hero's blade, after all. And he unsheathes it and sheathes it again and says, it was an artifact of the royal house. The Empyrean Edge, or Heaven Cutter.
Oh.
Both names appropriate. But, well, I had hoped that it would help us find the mask, given that, according to legend, it was often used by the mask wielder themselves, and it does have a resonance with the bloodline of the royal family. But if nothing else, it is a very powerful weapon. And he sets it on the desk for whomever wants to pick it up.
Look at
Ever is like,
Ever is vibrating.
I will use it. I will use it well.
Look, out of the two of us, you're the hero, all right? So I feel like probably you'll be a little more responsible with it.
This isn't about hero.
No,
shit.
You did not hear anything that Munir just said clearly.
I heard everything that Munir just said. All that matters to me is that we made some very powerful people uncomfortable. Sorry, Mahogany. But I guess not, since you're dating one of us. So
No, it's
whatever. And the only thing that matters is that we were doing the right thing. We're still doing the right thing. So whatever we're doing going in there, it's the right thing. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Do you want the sword? You found the sword in the first place. I know how much you were thinking about that sword.
Yeah, but look.
Just take the sword, Ever.
Okay, fine. Takes the sword.
I'm not going to complain about you cutting through bulkheads at this point. She gestures it towards the door and everything outside.
Well, and on the off chance, if you do happen to run
Find
into
the
the
mask,
mask in the ruins,
yeah, just run into the mask in the ruins of, the entire city.
Yeah, definitely.
After
look, I didn't.
Everything's been shaken up, so
a selfless cause. I'm just saying that.
It's like a snow globe, you just shake it up, and then the mask is at the top. That doesn't make sense either.
No,
like one of those sand shifty puzzle things where you're doing a scavenger hunt.
Audrey, you can go ahead and write it down. The Empyrean Edge is a Vorpal sword.
Hell yes.
It does have the additional
Glory Cutter, and you've got Heaven Cutter.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the Empyrean Edge, it also cuts through metal, and plastic and other non-organic things.
Okay.
Very easily.
Great. Love it.
Also, Audrey, you heal an extra 4 points from the rest because of my aura of rest.
Perfect. I am up to full.
Yay.
With 1 hit die left.
1 hit die.
Fair enough. So with that gift given out, you guys, how many soldiers do you want to take with you, and where are you headed first?
Did we get an evaluation of how bad it was when the first group attacked it?
Yeah. So the first group, they didn't really attack it so much as like they tried to get inside. And when they got inside, it was crawling with the creatures, and there was explosions, and people died, and the critters like rushed out, angered, and stuff like that. So
getting my thoughts, and this is going to be out of character, but this would be similar to what Ever would be proposing in character. A smaller group is going to behoove us better, because what you want is a distraction to draw the creatures out again, away from the equipment, and then enough people to protect the engineer while he repairs it, and then we get out.
I was thinking send somebody in with one of the turrets. We'll send a group in, like 10 or 15 people, to we find a point to hold outside of the zone
to set up a turret,
them up, and then they're doing a wave fight while we get in through another
So let's say we're taking a dozen people, Ben. 10 to be set up outside, 2 to escort the engineer while we're running basically the interference to drive the creatures out. Does that sound good, Getty?
Engineer plus you 2.
Good to me.
All right, sounds good. Are you guys going to check out that building in the university separate from your group and then meet up with them? Is that still your plan?
I kind of want.
I think we should, and I think we should do it stealthily, because here's my thinking. We should do the university checkout, just the 2 of us, and then come back and literally sleep for the night, because that gives everybody that we've selected to go with us time to repair.
Agreed.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, we're going to go to intermission and pick up with you guys next time with you leaving the museum with
Thank
your
you for
beautiful
joining
new old
us.
sword.
New old
Yay, new sword.
What's
Anyway,
sword?
thank you all for joining us in this half. The guys, Steve and Aaron, will be joining Ben in the second half. But
I would like to shout out Aaron, who's going to do a wonderful rendition of any music vocally according to Arrow, which I'm looking forward to.
Yes. But before that, we're going to have a word from our sponsor, Funky Games.
Hey you, on the couch. Are you looking for sweet video game playthroughs and content? Well, you're in luck because it's coming soon to VHS cassette. Wow! When's the last time you watched something totally awesome? Hold on to your gaming chair. Contains bonus scenes and features. Explosions, prizes, gold, victories, not victories. Funky videos are all that in a bag of chips. Booyah! Sweet! Just connect to the World Wide Web and a world of totally awesome video game content is at your fingertips. Wow! Now available on Home Funky Video.
that means either way.
I don't know what that means.
Welcome back, everybody.
I don't know what that means.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. We're
Okay.
back.
Jeez.
I
Is this
had
real
to
life?
wait until we were almost done.
I was gonna count us down, but like you said some wild shit, and I was like, my brain just was like, hit button. I don't know. I don't know how to.
I
process
think I only caught half of it, which I don't know if that's better or worse.
Hold on. I'm gonna start this over. Hold on. I'm gonna go back to the welcome screen.
Context.
Go back to the welcome screen. Hello
even
and
make
welcome back to the Spaceships and Starwyrms, the stream.
Wait, did we just go back to the starting screen?
Yeah, I can do that. I have the control. Anyway, Ben.
Hello, welcome back to Spaceships and Starwyrms, the stream. I am Ben Wiggins, your GM. These are my plans for the second half. Aaron is dying because of some shit posting that I said aloud. Which basically, I mean, all right.
Anyway.
So let me just throw it out here. Do you want me?
Go ahead.
Throw it out here.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Basically, Aaron asked me if I was ready. And previously, somebody had said the word shit for some reason. And so I said I was shat ready, as in like I was born ready, but shatted. And that was the shit post.
Okay. It was probably better that I only heard half of it.
Yeah, it's for the best.
Steve, who are you?
Alright. Yeah, go ahead
I'm
and introduce
Steve.
yourself.
That's who I am. Hey everyone, I'm Steve, Average Calamities, he, him. I play Scarrick, the Bravash roboticist, and his big robot friend Mars. Also he, him. And Mars is a he, him as well, I guess. He's a robot.
Right on.
The only shout-outs I'm given right now are for Terrible Trio Dice, Terrible Trio Crafts on Etsy. I can't remember. They go by just Terrible Trio, and you'll find them on all the socials. They make awesome dice, and I believe just released a whole new set for some new games
Woohoo.
based on new games.
Cool.
Right on. Cool stuff. And what's up, everybody? I'm Aaron. He, him. I play Arrow, our bard, College of the Diva, and in this stream, also he, him. And I would like to give a special shout out over to my friends over at Camp Creations that created this beautiful one-of-a-kind dice box. And I'm going to, it's actually probably the last time I shout out this dice box, because guess what? You can't get them anymore because my friend Chris, who's incredibly talented and created this thing, is now a published author, and he's a Renaissance man, and he is busy launching his first book. So he's doesn't exactly have the time to do wood carvings anymore. But I also want to give him a shout out because he did a wonderful job on this dice tray, and I absolutely love it. So I also do all the switching. So if graphics get weird, it's probably my fault. But anyway, it's good to be here. Good to be back, and excited to play.
All right. What happened last time? Where were we even at? Oh, right. I had the other group totally prepared.
We just talked about it.
I just write some sentences on a piece of paper for you guys.
I'm just gonna start like canning in clown music when we start our half of the stream.
The shattening just cleared the slate blank.
All right, Steve. So for Raz, we both have to look square dead on into our cameras, so Raz can take a screenshot.
Oh, that's true for editing purposes.
There it is, Raz. There it is for you. Okay.
You get that?
There it is. Okay, you better clip it.
Too late.
It's too late.
All right.
It'll be on the VOD.
That funky drummer. It's Animal from the Muppets. Nobody pointed that out. Everybody was thinking it. I was just like, that funky drummer. Anyway, Ben, what the fuck is up? What's going on?
So last time you guys and Ash were heading towards the city ruins, and you found out that Oswin, your friendly neighborhood starworm scientist, and Bravash had somehow been captured by the Veerux inside the starwyrm, even though he was not on the station when the station got swallowed.
Only Oswind.
And you followed a trail back to where Ash had seen them take him, and you found a camp that has Veerux soldiers and some robots walking around. And that's where we left off. You guys are on like a little ridge, a tooth ridge, looking down into like a dental valley along the gum line. Lots of gingivitis in the form of Veerux soldiers.
This was a special content for our dentistry fandom out there, I guess. I love it. Okay, so we're up on the ridge. I don't think Audrey's thrilled about your choice of dental terms there. Say dental valley one more time. Okay, so you mentioned, would you do me a favor and kind of describe again the landscape, like what it looks like? So we're on a tooth ridge, right? And there's like a camp, you said?
Yeah, so the dental forest is just like a lines and lines of gigantic teeth going in any which direction, right? And what you're moving on is over time, parts of them have like ground against each other and formed these like pathways between.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are standing up on one of those ridged areas, looking down between some of like the teeth that haven't quite broken each other off yet, where it looks like they've nestled a campsite, which how dare you, Audrey? Sharks have very, very organized mouths. Okay.
You brought sharks into this. We're never going to get the session.
Specifically, their teeth are lined in rows.
Don't get bent on sharks.
Their gums.
Don't get bent on sharks.
It's
like getting raz on lizards.
Getting raz on lizards sounds like some new teenage slang.
We're getting raz on the lizards this weekend, if you know what I'm saying.
Getting razzed on lizards.
I don't like this. I wish there was a way for me to screenshot.
There's a lot going on in chat right now.
I'm so glad.
Alt tab.
I'm so glad that I added chat to the screen just so I can point out shit like sharks' mouths
are an orthodontist
wet dream. This is the kind of content that we work really hard for.
This is the true shit posting.
I want to get razzed on lizards.
Okay, all right. Razzing on lizards aside.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so think of it like there's a rock overhang, and then like a volley trench area, and there is about 8 or 9 tents that are semi-permanent, kind of set up down there, along with some other equipment. And a couple of vehicles. It looks like they have these like the best way to describe them is like crawling cars. They're like trucks that instead of wheels or hovering have 8 legs with like little grabby pinchy things so that they can like climb through the teeth.
Like feet? Like little claw.
No, not actually. Like not
little claw. Sorry, not like feet, but like little claw.
Yeah.
Huh.
We'll just call them spider buses. I'm sure that won't fuel any nightmares.
You say it like trucks. I'm like the new and improved GMC Sierra now with 8-wheel drive, 8-leg drive, crew cab, extended cab.
I did actually
gets the work done.
Inside of the starwyrm's mouth exclusively for Raz.
The magic school bus, but worse in every way. Anyway, woo. Okay.
Well, since these are Veerux vehicles, does that mean that Miss Frizzle is a Veerux?
She has a lizard.
Uh-oh. Motherfuckers!
Miss Frizzle's actually the big bad. Because I don't have a follow-up for that. Okay, so thank you for describing that for me.
Yes.
it helps me get it back in my mind.
Mhm.
Does it look like they have any kind of like comm antennas? Or
They do have a communication rig.
I guess it
Looks
was like
it's attached.
Osmond or
It's it's attached to one of the tents, and then there was also whatever communicator that Osmond was using.
okay.
But you can see right here, there's at least 10 soldiers down there. You also see an interesting looking robot, a pair of robots that are like hanging on the side of the teeth. And they have like a turret sticking out of their back, and then like a camera popped up out of their head that's also scanning the area.
Sounds like an evil robot Squirtle. But
The evil robot squirrels, yes.
okay.
This is accurate.
Okay. All right. Well, there's a lot of things here. Hey, there's kind of a lot of things here. What do you think?
Yes, there is.
Do we want to try to?
I think we should try that radio you got.
By the looks
See
of the
if we can-
tents. Sorry, Ash says, by the looks of the tents, I'd say it's most likely he's in one of those two back there. He points to a pair of tents that are a little bit more secure.
Okay. Like secure like hardy or secure like guarded?
Both.
Okay, both. Low column A, low column B.
Yep.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. And so Arrow will go and pull out the Nokia whatever brick that he made, the first, like the shortwave comm thing, and just like it sounded like he was kind of in trouble before last time.
Oh no!
What happened?
Sorry, my books just fell. You keep going.
Okay. It sounds like he may have been in trouble, but I guess it's worth a shot. So Arrow will turn on the comm device and say, "Oh gosh, what was the code name that Oswin used? Didn't Oswin use like a dumb code name at some point? I can't remember what it is though."
I don't. Was it Oswin? Or somebody else?
It may have been someone else. I don't remember. Well, welcome to Spaceships and Starworms, the stream where I just forget every detail we've ever communicated. Come in, Oscar 1. Oscar 1, do you read?
You say that, and then there's a pause.
Not what I meant, Arrow.
And you hear, "Who is this?"
Arrow, like, so that plays out, and he looks over to Ash and Scarrick and just like shakes his head. Like,
I was gonna say we should just listen, but we're in it now.
Actually, told him, like, "What have you done?"
So the voice says, "Who is this?" And after we have that exchange, Arrow just clicks and says, "Your worst nightmare," and then clicks it and turns it off, puts it in his pocket. Are they intimidated? Probably not, but
classic.
It's like, I think you guys watch too many movies, Ash says.
Scarrick's gonna pull open his little personal computer and search for nearby networks, see if they have something set up here.
Okay, go ahead.
We're in it now.
We're in it now.
We're here. Razzing on lizards.
What'd you get?
Not good. Well, it's still a 14.
Okay, 14's enough. They do not have any network set up here.
Okay.
Huh.
So it looks like those robots are probably on manual programming.
Okay. Well, I don't think there's any way I can hack them unless we somehow mechanically disable them. If I get close enough, I can do something, but I'd need one hell of a distraction. I only just started practicing the sneaky stuff.
So,
Ash
so
leans forward and says, "I think they're doing something.
what are they doing?
We should probably hide."
Oh,
He
hell.
points, and you see as four of the soldiers armed, three of the soldiers are talking to another soldier who's pointing at the radio, and makes like a motion of like, let's check out the area. And they start heading up towards the paths out of the camp, which is roughly your direction.
Launch it.
Wait,
And
what?
then let's go in the other direction.
Okay. Wait, launch what? Was it something specific, or just launch
The
distraction?
radio, because they can track it.
Oh, that's right.
Wait, why can they track it?
This was the one we pulled out of the Veerux headset, right?
Well, you took a couple of pieces out of the Veerux headset, but you didn't take like the actual headset.
Oh, well, I remember disabling one so that we could turn it back on.
That is true. You do have that headset, but that's not what Aaron was using.
Okay.
Aaron was
I was using,
using
like,
his,
the old-
Then do that.
homemade Nokia.
Oh,
Just turn on that headset
that's a good idea.
and launch it.
Hold on.
And so they can track it.
I think I have an idea. And so I know that using spaceships and starworms, handle animal is not a skill. That, oh my gosh, Dizzy, adorable. Handle animal is not something usually comes up often at all. However, Ben, you tell me what I should roll for it, because what I would like to do is I'd like Arrow to call Blackjack. My Star Drake friend.
Okay. Gosh.
I think I know what you're thinking.
We don't have handle animal, but I guess that would be,
Make it like a charisma check?
yeah, I guess persuasion.
Persuasion. Well, I can do that. I add a bunch to that. So I'll go ahead and roll that. 14 plus 14 is 28.
Okay. So how do you call him? Describe this to me.
Oh no! I don't know. I guess like you, like the priests in ancient empires. Oh la la! Like caw.
Okay, so you shout "Alala," and
Yes.
And nearby, your friend Blackjack kind of swoops down, and lands near you guys.
Perfect.
And
There's a
doubles
whole
your
moment
face.
where like Arrow does like this, like the thing with like the hand outreached.
Roll a strength check for me.
Oh God. Okay.
I can't believe that just worked.
Add 0. That's a 9. My strength check.
You are pushed onto your butt whenever it nuzzles your face.
Oh my God, I'm getting How to Train Your Dragon pretty hard right now.
Yep, this does happen.
Hey buddy, help! I need to breathe.
The temptation to base Blackjack's habits off of your IRL dog and just have it start licking you is very, very high.
That's actually very fair.
Yep.
I'd rather have get weapons than we get pets.
From baby.
Yes. But I have a flying dog. Okay, so with Blackjack all over Arrow's face. Hello, yes. Yeah, hey buddy. Okay. And like we'll like push him to the side and get up and then take the comm piece out of the helmet, and we'll reach into his bag and pull out, I guess I have some. Anybody got some rope?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm gonna pull it out of a side compartment on Mars. How
yeah,
much you need?
I only need like a.
It's like the winch thing from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I imagine that Mars had like at the very
I'm
end,
setting it up as a grappling hook eventually. I just it doesn't work right now.
like opens his wrist and like 6 feet of colored cloth comes out like a magic trick. It's a special project I was working on. Anyway, so Arrow gets the rope and he'll go ahead and make like basically a collar and like throw some rope around Blackjack's neck and tie a knot and then like attach the communicator, like the device to it, and then activate it.
Okay.
Okay.
So you turn on the Veerux communicator. It goes, and then you hear something in their language.
Okay. Sweet.
What does it sound like?
Oh la la. I don't know. Ben, what does it sound like? I don't know.
Did you get a vibe from it?
Roll a vibe check.
Okay. I roll a vibe check. It's 12.
Did you add your insight to that?
Oh no, I didn't add my insight. Is that what a vibe check is? An insight check?
Of course, yeah.
We just gave mechanics to a vibe check. I love that. I had 3, so
15.
15.
Okay. You reasonably like are able to ascertain that they notice that another radio is like active on the network now, and they're trying to reach out and be like, who is this? What's your number? That kind of thing.
And we hear back, yeah.
Oh gosh, I wish there was a way for Arrow to like scream into the microphone, but it would just give away where we're at.
Yeah, you're close enough that they would hear you scream.
Yep. Okay. Arrow's like,
yeah, we gotta go in the other direction and hide.
So what's the plan here?
Yeah, we gotta go the other way and hide.
all right, buddy. So this, and Arrow like grabs Blackjack's
too
face
far,
and like
though.
rubs the scales. Like, all right, buddy, this is what you're gonna do.
We want to ambush them.
Are gonna go that way, and you are gonna fly over there and fetch. Okay. All right. Yeah, you got it. He's got it. All right, this is gonna work. All right, ready? All right, let's go. Go fetch.
Roll persuasion.
Okay. Oh, it's a leader.
Throw 'em the invisible bone.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, that's right. I add garbage. 24.
Okay. So you seem to get your point across. It looks Blackjack looks like it's ready to fly.
Okay. I'm trying to think if I have anything I can like sweeten the deal here.
So you're just gonna throw the headset, and Blackjack's gonna fetch it.
No,
running the opposite way.
The headset is tied around like a collar around Blackjack's neck.
Oh,
Just like a
okay,
little
okay,
collar.
okay.
And so I don't know what I was looking at my sheet for something for Air to like
Gotcha.
say like go fetch
To throw. Gotcha.
to throw. Actually, better yet. So I tell me if I have to roll again. This might be stupid, very stupid.
We can use the same 24. What's going on here?
Okay, what I want to do, and what I want to do here is Arrow's gonna in the dirt draw a really crude, terrible picture of Ever, and be like, okay, buddy, I'm gonna give you this, and it's just like, and then like tie a note around the collar as well. It says like channel 420 or something like that, and then say, okay, buddy, find Ever.
Oh, that's right. You just
Ever.
reminded me that the channel that you took the Oswin on was channel 420. I forgot about that.
I think it was channel 69 actually.
It was channel 69,
It's
right?
channel
right,
69,
right.
so we have to
Yeah.
change it to a more mature channel number.
course.
And so, and Arrow's gonna like point at this picture like Ever, go to
Ever.
Yeah.
Forever.
fetch Ever.
For goodness.
Okay, buddy. Okay. All right, I think he gets it. All right, buddy, fly like the wind. Don't let me
And it
down.
leaps up and flies off.
So as it flies off, Arrow stands there, like really
That's
proud
really
of his work,
cool.
and says, it occurs to me that best case scenario, he finds them, and then they know we're alive. But the worst case scenario is
He dies.
he totally dies. Or the worst case scenario, he does find them and he dies, and everybody dies.
Yeah, that's why we're
I
gonna
mean, he is leading a
ambush the
bunch
people
of
looking for
Veerux
him.
running after him, right?
Oh, it just occurred
Yeah.
to me. That was the only communicator we had.
No, I got one.
Oh,
Except
okay.
the one that you made.
Well, not a Veerux
Well,
one,
yeah,
but
not a Veerux one. The thing is,
we can get more. We'll ambush the guys going for him.
right. That's a good idea. Okay, it's just like
Yeah,
it's like
that's the point. There's
like-
a lot down there. We need to thin them out.
Okay. No, that's a good idea. I just realized that's the equivalent of tying my phone number and like taking my phone. It's like call me and then sending my phone with blackjack. It's like
You
call
have
me.
your Nokia still.
Yes, that's right. That's true. Yes, that's true. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're
So
good.
yeah, I guess blackjack
So we
flies
hide.
off. So we hide. This plan can't go
All
wrong.
All right. Roll stealth.
Mars
I
is
guess.
not good at this.
Oh no, stealth.
Asher rolled 2.
Wow, I rolled well. I don't think I add crap though. I don't.
I mean, you'll add at least +2 because you're a bard.
That's all I add.
Shit.
That's all I add.
Okay. Well, that was much better than I thought it would be.
Ash got a
Wow.
24.
I got a
Holy
dirty
shit.
20.
Okay.
So Mars got a 17.
Ooh,
Pretty good.
Pretty
And
good.
Scarrick, with his first level of rogue and expertise in stealth, got a 26.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
nice. All right.
That's actually really good.
All right. So the 4 of you, robot included, hurry off the path and hide amongst the teeth.
Just gone.
And another couple of seconds pass, and then you see a pair of the soldiers going this way. One of them holds up a thing and then like holds his helmet as though he's got like feedback and says, "Do you hear that? Sounded like one of them star drakes." Or rather, I guess what you guys hear is foreign language, star drake, foreign language.
And how close did they get to us?
They are not that far away. They're basically where you guys were standing on the overhang.
Okay.
But there's only 2 of the 4 that left the camp. And you know there's 6 more in the camp, plus 2
Yeah.
robots.
We can't see where the other 2 went.
They went another direction.
Okay. Damn it, Arrow. I know you like to go real loud.
Listen, if you need me to make a distraction,
We need to be real quiet about this.
okay. I'm trying.
I mean,
real
it might
hard.
just be better to let them run further into the woods and do our business before they get back.
Okay, we'll have to be real quick.
That's a good plan. All right. Well, let's
6 in a robot.
we could do this.
Well, I don't think we should fight those either if we can avoid it.
I'm gonna have to leave Mars here if we're going quiet. I haven't
Wait a
I
second.
haven't got his stealth
Oh
protocols
wait, hold
online
on.
yet.
I'm an idiot. I'm a bard. Do 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 do, because that's how bards work. I cast major illusion, major image.
Okay.
Do 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 do.
What is your image?
Oh shit, that's right. It has to be something. I didn't think that far
It has
ahead.
to be something. It also doesn't necessarily move or obscure you.
I cast solve the problem.
I can't. Can't I make major images be a bunch of fog? That's a different spell. That's a different spell.
It's a different spell, yeah.
Crap.
You can't just obscure space.
You can do
There has to
another
be an
Star
occupied.
Drake that
That's
they
true.
can see so that it like leads them off.
You could do that.
That's a good idea. That's what Arrow does. So he begins to sing the theme to How to Train Your Dragon, I guess, and create a major image of another Star Drake that like flies around like and maybe like lands on the edge
Okay.
of camp. and then like hisses at him or something, and like flies around to distract him.
Does it have the headset around its neck?
Yes. In fact, it's actually it looks just like Blackjack.
Okay.
Because that's
so
the Star Drake that Arrow feels most confident recreating.
That's fair. So Illusion Blackjack does that, and the one of them says something into the radio, and you see one of the robots and one of the other people from the camp run out to meet them on the ridge, and the other two come back around as well until there's 5 Veerux and a robot, and they start chasing after the illusion.
Arrow like looks over towards Scarrick and Ash and just like big thumbs up.
That's half of our problems.
I bet if we can get close enough, we can take care of the machines too. If they're probably all on some kind of manual control.
Yeah, we gotta get in there fast. I'm gonna leave Mars here because I can always call him in if we get into trouble.
Good plan. Sorry, buddy. Arrow like does like a pat.
Mars says nothing.
Our talks are great.
Yeah.
Okay.
He knows what's up.
Sounds like we sneaking down the hill into the camp.
All right. So you slip into the edges of the camp. And right now, so there's one guard on those 2 well-guarded tents, and then 2 people over by like a cooking area, it looks like, and then the last 2 are kind of going around the perimeter. Up above, hanging from that outcropping, is one of the robots. It seems like that's the most likely thing to spot you guys.
Ash. You think you could place a couple shots into the camera lenses of those robots?
I mean, I don't have a muffler on this gun.
I know. You're gonna have to
Like-
let Arrow and I get close enough to grab Oswin before you do it.
We just hoping to obscure the direction we escape.
Hopefully.
All right, I'll line up a shot.
It's called the silencer, says Raz. Yeah,
yes,
well,
thank you, Raz. I couldn't think of the name, and I was just like muffle sound.
it's
Yes,
just
thank you.
that, or as we like to call them, those funky gun tubes. Anyway, sorry, Raz. You just left yourself open for that one. Okay, well, all right. Well, I guess Ash is lining up a shot, and Arrow's, I guess, coming with our rogue boticist down the hill.
You ready to do this, buddy?
Ready as I'm gonna be. Fist bump.
Okay.
All right. Thin Lizzy's The Boys Are Back in Town begins playing.
Okay. So Thin Lizzy's playing in the background. You
Actually,
guys...
that's not. It's you imagine it in your head, and because magic, you get a D10 bardic inspiration.
Oh fuck yeah!
And since you're the only one here, you're the only one I'm giving it to.
I appreciate it.
Fair enough. Okay. Do you want to give one to Ash before you leave him for his shot?
No.
You trust him. Trust him with your life. I understand.
Ash has got it. See, we're the ones you need to be worried about. So I'm keeping those.
I mean, if Ash misses, he can always just leave your asses.
That's right. We don't have that option.
I will leave Mars with the programming to cover Ash if anything were to try to come up behind him.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so you continue with your stealth check from before. You guys slip in relatively unnoticed. There's 2 tents as you get closer. Tent on the left and tent on the right.
What are your special ears here, Arrow?
Listen. I listen with my special ears.
All right. Roll your elvish hearing.
All right.
I'm gonna switch to infrared at the same time.
Oh shit! I didn't roll very well at all.
So you switch to infrared, and you very plainly see which tent has a boss-sized person in it.
Oh wait! Thanks to audio enhancement, I get.
I'm gonna
advantage.
give Arrow a second to figure it out so he feels good about himself.
It's a really good thing I have advantage on perception checks based on sound because I totally just rolled like a 2. The 14 is much better. All right, and then total perception is I add 3 to that, so 14, 15, 16, 17. That's a 17.
Arrow, you're listening. And eventually, in the right side tent, you hear
My
a very
brand!
Oswin-sounding grunt.
A very Oswin-sounding grunt. Okay, you said to the one on the right.
Yes, the one on the right.
Okay, and Arrow points like, "That's the one." So we sneak on up to
All
it.
right, let's do this. We'll, I guess, enter from whichever side is the most concealed, if we can.
Okay. He's heard Oswin like nervously grunt before, I guess.
Oswin's a very like nervous, grunty person. It's because that one time that Arrow flew his shuttle, Oswin just like hovered as like a backseat driver, and just like every time Arrow made a movement they didn't approve of. So Arrow's familiar with Oswin's grunting. Grunty. You don't like my description of grunty? Okay, well we're sneaking in the tent.
Yeah. Even if we have to cut our way in.
Ben has such a serious look on their face, like they're reading the chat, deciding to kill us right now.
No, sorry. I had my my internet security pop up and be like, "You didn't renew your subscription, bitch," and I'm like, "Yeah, I fucking did." So I was reading the.
That would
the thing-
explain
I'm
why your
sorry.
expression could kill, and I was like, "We're dead for sure." Ben's like, "Okay, what's the stat block
I
for
was
30
unhappy.
Veerux soldiers inside this tent?"
You put a pin, and there's 30 men in one tent. It's a clown car of tents.
I hate this.
All right. Did you say you guys try to slip into the side of the tent? You said
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
because there is a guard out front.
It's okay, yeah. If there's a guard in front, we're gonna go in from behind or the side, whichever
Alright,
is
well-
most concealed.
So you can get behind the tent. The tent is like a synthetic material. You can try to cut through it if you want. If you got something for that.
Will my sharp bravache claws work?
No.
Damn.
Shit. Hold on. I think I have something.
You got
for
a
this.
fucking knife?
No.
Hold on. I might have something.
I use claws and acid spit. I could melt it.
Just
drool
puke all over.
Start licking the.
Have you ever
What?
seen?
What?
Have you ever seen polyester melting in acid?
No,
It's not
I
pretty.
don't know.
It smells awful.
Oh wait,
Never
hold on.
tried it.
I have a multi-purpose tool. Is it safe to say that in that multi-purpose tool there would be a knife?
Gotta be.
Right?
Yeah, they probably has a knife. I mean, it's like a utility,
Yeah.
utility
Okay.
knife, right?
I literally, it's a multi-purpose tool on my
Yeah.
sheet.
That has a knife in it. 100%.
Here's the thing, like I'm not gonna roll, but like if this was off stream, I would totally like roll a 50-50 shot to see if this is one of those stupid utility knives. It's like looks like a utility knife, but it's actually just like a bottle opener or some shit.
No,
Is
it definitely comes with a knife. The multi-purpose tool should always have a knife. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, the arrow's gonna like you got to do it dramatically too, just like. down the
Well,
center.
it's gonna take some effort because this is just like a shitty utility knife and not like a machete. And this is like military grade synthetic material. So go ahead and roll a I guess roll athletics.
Oh my god.
Can I use my my maintenance nanobots to attempt to sharpen the blade?
I rolled an 18 on this. Was it you said strength?
Oh, shit.
Athletics.
yeah.
I add nothing to it, so 18.
Oh man.
It's all in the wrist. It's all in the wrist.
So
Arrow's like,
and
wait, you just gotta poke it first.
You peek inside the hole, and you just see really close up Oswin's like face. He's like pretty close to the hole you're making, and as you cut open, you see that, and he goes, "Arrow."
Sorry, chat. I'm just realizing I'm like eating my webcam there.
This is like one of those vids.
Like, yeah, just hang tight. We're gonna get you.
Like
And
Maximum Danger 5.
Shut the fuck up. We're gonna get you. Arrow tries to like peek around behind. Like,
you cut open the hole in the back of the tent.
Okay, is there anybody else here? Is it just Oswin?
It's just Oswin. But he is currently like tied to a chair
with rope.
Zip ties.
Multi-tool. I got you, buddy.
Multi-tool.
This multi-tool is gonna be the most useful item.
I'm gonna get into the tent as well to avoid
Okay.
people walking around outside.
You guys get into the tent. You look around. It's a pretty simple space. Oswin looks a little beat up. There is a side table nearby that has a bunch of frankly pretty nasty looking stuff on it, meant for torture.
Meant for spicy interrogation. No, that's worse. That's worse. Nope, I take that back. That's
there is also a cabinet nearby, like a hanging cabinet nearby that has some things like bone saws for dismemberment.
Oh, sweet. So Arrow, like,
if anything in here looks to be the equivalent of a dagger, I'm just gonna pick it up and pocket it.
Arrow's gonna grab that bone saw.
There's a handsaw.
Oh wait, wait. What would be better for cutting fabric?
Probably none of the saws, to be honest.
Okay. Is there a knife?
All
these torture things,
and
none of them is a knife. Okay, good.
There's definitely a knife there, yeah.
Handsaws, they're for your hands. Raz says it snaps after one zip tie, so Arrow goes to like free Oswin and like cuts one zip tie, and the pocket knife like breaks in half because it's used to cut through military grade tenting. It's like shit.
This is true.
Shit, hold on a second. And Arrow goes over like pulls out a knife. It's like, okay, this will work. Hold still. Like goes to cut the other zip ties.
Look, this isn't just fabric, Audrey.
It's
the tent material.
It's made of 100% corduroy.
As you do that, so for the record, Oswin is whispering, but I'm not going to whisper because I find that makes it harder to hear what I'm saying.
Yes, that's fair. That's fair.
But Oswin is whispering. He says, "I need to get my bag. It's in the other tent."
What?
It's got all my samples in
right
it.
Next to us.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Probably.
Okay. All right, Arrow. I got an idea.
All right.
We're gonna take this guard down, real quiet like, and you're gonna get into his uniform and just walk over there and grab the stuff. How's that sound?
I love it. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. Okay.
Can you untie me first?
Oh wait, yeah.
That's good.
I'm gonna
Don't worry. I already told them everything I know.
I'm gonna write machete on my sheet. I'm not even gonna put it in my weapon slot because why would I?
All right.
So
cool. I want to start by trying to jam this dude's comm, if that is possible.
All right, so you're gonna try and catch this guy from behind.
Raz says, "Arrow, get in that guard's pants by any means necessary."
This also depends entirely on how the fucking door of the tent is set up. Because if we have to like zip it up, that's not gonna work.
No, it has like a clip and flaps open.
Okay. Okay.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? All right. So here's what's gonna happen here, Metal Gear Scarrick. You're going to
I love this so much.
Gosh. I guess you're gonna have to roll athletics.
You got that D10 Bardic Inspiration, don't forget.
Yeah. And my athletics is not bad, actually. I put expertise into that as well.
Solid Scarrick.
Solid Scare.
Been doing a lot of pull-ups. All right.
Metal Gear Scarrick 5.
First, I want to try to jam his comm with my computer. I don't know if that's possible.
No, it's not on a network. It's not a network device. It's just an old-fashioned radio device.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there something I can do to?
You're gonna have to, when you grab him, you're gonna have to manually tear that part of the helmet off.
Well, I was wondering if I could also alternatively momentarily cause feedback through the radio signal.
That you might be able to do with Aaron's radio if you want to try and use the Nokia for that.
Arrow.
I love how
You ever fuck up on air and deafen a bunch of people?
Oh, I'll have you know that I'm under non-disclosure agreement to talk about that incident, but yes.
Okay. You learned a valuable skill that day. Now's the time to use it.
You see,
I need 2 seconds.
You see, Scarrick.
6 seconds.
There's only 3 words.
Seconds.
There's one trick, only 3 words. You got to know how to do this. No middle sliders. It just cranks everything up all the way. Broadcast.
Right. So, Aaron, go ahead and roll in a mechanics check.
Mechanics?
With advantage, because this is kind of your wheelhouse.
That is true.
And then roll your athletics check with advantage, because you're coming from stealth.
That is a 16 on the mechanics check for me. I'm rolling hot tonight. Love it.
What'd you get, Steve?
Oh, yeah. For snatching?
Yes.
Okay. For snatch, I did roll the Bardic die. That gave me a +4. So 23 athletics check.
Yeah.
See what he gets. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Ben,
You gotta
don't
be fucking
don't
kidding.
don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare.
Oh no. The purple dice dropped again.
I'll have you know that fuck this purple die. Ben's legendary purple die. Ben's legendary purple die. God.
So it is initiative. You grab this Veerux soldier from behind, and as the radio and their instincts kick in as they feel somebody grab them, and they will flip you over them in front of them, and now you are on the ground in front of them. It is initiative.
Damn it.
Okay. Oh no.
They
My
did roll
initiative's
a 1
real
on
bad.
initiative.
They rolled a 1 on initiative. Well,
Yeah.
it's like
Okay, well, I rolled a 5.
oh shit.
So
I got a 17 on my initiative. Roll for love
Roll
at
for
first
love
sight.
at first sight. Hold on.
Nat 40.
What'd you get on your D20, Scarrick?
it was 4 on my D20.
No. Roll your D20 again, please.
15.
I mean, I rolled a 16. I feel like that's kind of level.
That's pretty. So that's the reason why this
What
one.
happened? I stopped paying attention for 2 seconds.
Oh, sorry. No, in chat, Raz was roll for love at first sight. So I was just being a shit poster.
Oh.
Unfortunately for you, a Veerux looking at a Bravash love at first sight means that he wants you for dinner.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not
That
opposed to eating him either. So
That took a canonically accurate twist that I somehow wasn't expecting.
maybe we can meet up for a drink and trade fingers or something.
Oh man! All right. Anyway,
Yeah, right. I'll go there. Just let's move on.
so,
All right, so
Arrow, you're first. What you doing?
Okay, well, that's pretty simple. I'm going to take my pistol. I'm going to load some shots into it so it's nice and loaded. And I'm going to grab it by the barrel, and I'm going to run up. I'm going to hit him. I'm going to hit him with it. Yeet.
Roll an attack roll.
Oh
Are
my
you
god.
charging up your banshee
Oh my
smite for the
God.
day?
What do you think?
Is that a yes?
I only have 2 of them, and I've already used one. And this seems like the best way
Well,
to use it.
That's fair. I mean, after this, you'll get a long rest, so you'll get them back.
Oh, that's good. Well, yeah, I'm charging up my Banishing Smite. Does a 17 hit?
Let me check his AC. I gotta find it.
His AC is a 5.
His AC is a 16. So yeah.
Let's fucking go. Okay,
So how does this work again?
so
You deal your damage.
the way this works, what damage? Like a D4 bludgeoning with the butt end of a gun?
I'm pretty sure the Banishing Smite does like D10.
Oh yeah, it does 5d10 damage.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay. Sorry, the actual damage. I forgot this spell had effects that wasn't just like I send him to another
Wasn't
plane of
just
existence.
yeet?
Yeah, it's I cast Eat. So that's 16. No, 2 more. 25 points of damage. That's not bad at all.
And then if they're under 50 hit points,
Yes,
they vanish?
Yeah. Well, no, if they're under 50 hit points, yeah,
They get banished?
they get banished. Yeah.
Okay. So for the second time in this one day,
Let's
Derek
fucking
watches
go,
as Aaron
dudes!
leaps up by this dude and pistol whips the dude in the back of the head, and you watch this guy like jerk forward from the force of the blow, and then from the back forward, light envelops their body, and they like vanish into like mist and are gone.
So Arrow goes, yes. Oh shit! I needed his clothes.
Scarrick is there, like literally right in front of you, laying on the
You're
ground,
laying in
staring
front
up
of
at
this
this,
guy.
like,
Oh, this
is
is
that what you did to the other guy?
Oswin says, "Holy shit!"
right. Oh, I should unload this.
Where
This is
did you
dangerous.
get that gun?
It's I found it. It sticks it back in
One
his
second,
pocket.
Oswin goes in the other tent now that the guard is vanished, grabs his bag.
Get your stuff.
I'm gonna, follow.
We've got a minute. We can just leave.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
As he steps into the other tent and grabs his bag, and Scarrick, you said you follow him to the tent, right?
Yeah.
You step into the tent.
I'll follow him in.
Yeah, you guys step into the tent and you see pinned to one of the walls is a 3D rendering mapped out version of the internal cavernous mouth and throat of the starwyrm, including these marked channels that seem to be passageways deeper into the worm and other parts of its body. And there are highlighted areas. All of this, of course, is labeled in the Veeruxian native tongue, so nobody can read it. But
Can I take a picture of the map with my?
Fuck
you
that.
can take a picture, yeah.
Fuck that. Let's take the whole map. So Arrow goes and unpins it from the wall.
Okay, so you take the 3D map generator from the wall then.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the whole thing. Just like, phew,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this.
So you take it, it folds the map in. You,
Sweet.
the audience, cannot read it because I don't want you to know yet.
Oh.
But yeah, so you take that. He's got his bag. He says, "All right, we should go."
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right.
Alfred's back.
Oh, as we make our way back, Arrow goes back to the ground that Scarrick was laying in, which after a minute, that guard will reappear in, and with a stick just writes a big F you, and and then continues to run up back the way we came.
Okay. So as you make your way back, Ash sees you guys and he's got like his shot lined up, and he's like, "Am I supposed to shoot?"
No, don't shoot! Don't shoot! It's fine. It's fine.
We're good.
We're good. We got him.
Back to Mars.
And All right, so you guys make it out there.
Red says, right, call me.
And then write 420.
Oh my god.
So you guys hurry out of the area, and Ash says, let's make some distance.
Yeah.
Right. Let's get out of here.
Everyone
Jonathan,
get on Mars.
You don't look too bad considering you were just a prisoner.
Yeah, buddy, you're looking. Actually, how is Oswin looking?
I mean, like I said, he looks roughed up, but he's not bleeding too much, and overall, he's pretty okay.
That's good. Okay, well, because I can heal him if he's, off.
I mean,
No,
he looks hurt, of course, but maybe running is more important right now.
You know what's
He seems
hilarious?
fine.
I actually can't. I use my last spell slot that heals to banish a guy with the butt end of a gun again. Priorities.
Obliterated that
Just-
dude.
I can't wait for him to reappear and rethink his entire existence.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
so-
maybe, honestly,
You saved our asses and changed a life
with
today.
Veerux at first sight now. Because it's just like, for a moment there, I touched a deity. And setting
How
eyes
dare
on
you?
them.
How dare you hip toss me?
He comes back and he's just like, oh man, maybe the Veerux got it wrong. Just takes off his helmet and walks away from camp.
In the starwyrm.
Into the starwyrm.
Dies. Gets eaten.
Gets eaten immediately.
All right, so you guys make your way back to a safe distance and kind of hide out in a tooth cave that Ash had scoped out earlier as a good place to set down for the night, essentially. And once you're all kind of sitting there, taking a deep breath,
What
Ash
about Blackjack?
Oh yeah, Blackjack. Hell knows what's going on with Blackjack.
You don't know what's going on with Blackjack. You
Yeah.
sent him off.
Yeah, I did. Sent him
Maybe
off.
we'll find out in the future.
Well, if he finds Ever, I hope he doesn't lead the Veerux to her.
Yeah, it's just like, is that a freaking Star Drake? And then an entire squad of Veerux running behind it. That's see the best payoff would be the next time that they're playing, Ever throws a grenade, and then that's when the Star Drake shows up. It's like, oh wait, yeah, I recognize that person now.
And then it retrieves the grenade and drops it at her feet.
Blackjack kills the other half of the party. Oops.
All right. Anyways,
Anywho.
so you guys are in the cave, finally able to take a breath, and Oswin says, honest, thank you. I sent out that message. I didn't actually think anybody was going to be able to, save me.
Well, yeah. I mean, we heard your message, and we weren't just gonna leave you to die.
I suppose that's fair.
So, yeah. Well,
I'm glad you guys are alive. I mean, I saw the remains of the city when I first came into the mouth, but well, you guys are a ways out of the city.
Yeah, we kind of got thrown. This one here found us.
Yeah. Oh, I guess maybe you haven't met before. Oswin, this is Ash. Ash Oswin.
Pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you too.
I love making men talk to themselves.
It's my favorite pastime.
Pastimes of a GM. Okay. Well, you got all your stuff in your bag of samples. Did you by chance grab any comm equipment?
No.
Oh.
I mean,
That's fine.
I have my keys to my ship.
Wait, you still have a ship?
Well, yeah. Why
Is
don't
it
I tell you how
operational?
I got here?
Well, yeah, but is it Is it still like operational? Does your ship still fly? Is it still in one
Well,
piece?
yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, what are we waiting for? Where'd you park it?
Well, there is one problem. It is parked outside the starwyrm.
Oh shit!
Wait, like on the exterior?
Yeah, on the exterior.
And you got in here.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know how you got in here.
How far is that?
It was quite a hike, honestly.
Oh, jeez.
Like I said, I can talk a little bit about how I got here.
Yeah. Please.
Maybe it'll help put into context.
Why don't you? It sounded like it was going to be boring, but actually, I'm super curious now. No offense.
You thought it was going to be boring?
Well, yeah, like it's like I flew a ship and I parked it and I walked, but like that's not what happened here.
No, definitely not. All right, let's see here. Well, as you know, I was in my ship following Ruzavan, the starwyrm, right? Because she was acting really weird and she ate that ship in the wormhole. Oh, that was me, actually.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I'm glad you're okay. Yeah. Anyways, and then I saw it eat part of the station. So when that happened, I watched the station come apart, and I was gonna stay and try and contact the city and see what their plans were. I figured there's some sort of emergency protocol for this. Well, not this specifically, but for when the space station something happens, they can call in the cavalry. But then Rusvan suddenly turned and started heading back at full speed out of the system. It was really irregular behavioral patterns, so I decided to follow. And I got close to trying to figure out what was going on and see if I could ask her what was happening. And so I landed on her. But I wasn't really able to communicate, if that makes sense. She didn't seem to be conscious, I guess is the word.
Huh.
Oh, sorry.
We have some information about the Veerux. Apparently they've been here for quite a while.
Inside her?
Yeah.
I see. She did mention that she'd been moving in and out of consciousness. Back when I was speaking to her, when you guys headed back and I stayed and talked to her for a while, so this is actually incredibly fascinating. I haven't published it yet, so
gosh.
You need to I don't really have NDAs here with me, but if I can get your word that you're not going to undercut my publication,
Mars,
we get out of here alive.
Mars prints out a couple NDAs.
Mars prints out the NDAs like a fax machine.
Oh, come on,
yeah,
Oswin.
these are Arrow's copies.
You're traveling with me, so naturally.
Yeah, you're the most loudmouth person I know.
Thank you. And it signs NDA. Sign here.
Blinks.
Yeah, just poke a claw through.
All right. So nobody really knows how long starwyrms live. We just don't. But at some point in their elder years, after they've had young and everything else, they seem to decide to die, I guess. That's the only real way to explain it. And according to Razavan, she was going to the galactic core to die. Now, I don't know how much you know about the galactic core, but it's basically one big smorgasbord fest of black holes and burgeoning new stars slamming into each other and exploding constantly.
Yeah, it's kind of like a nuclear dishwasher all the time, right?
Pretty much. No one's been able to get a ship in or out of there. And so there's some old Bravash legends about the first starwyrm. Some worship her as a goddess for good reason, I think. The progenitor of our species, the mother worm, living in the core. You right there? Are you all right there, Steve? Are you okay?
Audrey and I just said the same thing at almost the same time.
Oh.
Nuclear
Oh my
Dishwasher is an amazing band name.
That you're right. That is an incredible band name.
I'm sorry.
It is a good band name, though. So, I believe we know that Razvan is at least 3,000 years old. I believe that she was heading there to die. She was taking her final flight. And these Veerux and that parasite, which I'm starting to think may be connected somehow to the Veerux, I think they're abusing her, for want of a better word, half dead state.
So
Huh.
when she's heading towards the core, she's in control, and when she's not, she's under their control.
Something like that. Right now, we are moving directly away from the core, back towards the frontier, back towards the outer reach, which is where she was coming from originally.
You know, so Oswin, this is a real shot in the dark. Like, I'm talking like this is a crazy theory. I say as I'm standing inside of a starwyrm. But like beforehand, we went out and basically were on a starwyrm. We were here on her and went inside, and now we're inside her mouth. But if the Veerux have been here for a while, is it now seriously, tell me if I'm way out there, but tell me, is it possible that they are not just in the mouth? Like, hold on a second. And Arrow pulls up that map thing that shows a map of the area and opens it up and says, I can't read any of this gibberish. But are they Raz, god damn it, they're steering her like Ratatouille. Is it possible that the Veerux are like controlling her nerves? God damn it, Raz. Also, is it possible that they're controlling her like Ratatouille?
They're not grabbing her hair, though.
You mean the titular movie with the rat monster controlling the human child by the hair?
That's the most twisted description of that film I've ever heard.
And the zombie food critic? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
The French zombie. It was a very bold choice.
Gosh.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
No, it was a French zombie. That was a Uther.
That's what
Think of the height. Anyways, Oswin looks at the map that you've pulled up, and he like trails a finger across like some of the structuring of like the head and stuff, and then eventually finger airs upwards towards part of the upper head cavity, and he says, so this is about where I was on the surface, and while I was examining some odd readings, I was sucked down one of the skull cavities, the vents which lead into the mouth, which is how I got here in the first place. But this area here, and he gestures to one of the like marked zones in the skull cavity, says, this was where I was seeing those readings from, and I don't know what that says, but boys, I think it's really likely that we have a Ratatouille situation on our hands. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh my gosh. All right, gamers. Well, hey, this Ratatouille situation on your hands. I forgot how to close the stream. Holy shit. Once again, huge.
I have speculations.
Just okay. Well, once again, huge thank you to our artist who does our character artwork, Emmy. You can find her arc at entropy_M. I just I can't handle this. Holy shit.
Razvan is the starwyrm.
Yes, Razvan.
Razvanatui.
Razatui.
Razatui.
I hope you're ready for that to be what the next episode is titled. Razatui.
Razatui situation.
Razatui. But anyway, thank you so much, everybody who chimed in and joined us for this wonderful adventure. If you're not already, you can find us on our socials. We're at starwyrms on Twitter, Spaceships and Starwyrms on Facebook and YouTube, and there's a link down below for the Discord server. That's where we usually have all of our fun nonsense. So if you're not there already, come check it out. Also, if you're interested in Spaceships and Starwyrms, the game, you can find the full catalog, including a beginner's kit, down on DriveThruRPG. So, we really enjoy this game. I know that the creators poured their heart and soul into creating it, and we love to share it with all of you. So I suppose that's about all we have. And Ben, any final words?
We'll see you in 2 weeks, where I've got some surprises planned.
All right. Well, everybody, have a good night. Thank you so much, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Goodbye.